She's the real hero. So, the pyramids anchor that masculine energy into this earth plane. That's what needed to happen. So we can play all this crap out. And I've got this word written up here, apocalypse. And you look up the dictionary, it says the revealing of the truth. The word is 3 Greek words put together. Apo, gali, psyche. Which means, as I've written, from the good spirit. So another part of the manipulation is to get you to fear that word. Now the controllers fear that word. They are scared. My goodness, are they scared. Because when this happens, when the truth and the knowledge comes from the good spirit, it's game over. It's game over for them. So when you all awaken now and understand the real truth of what's going on here, which you all will, don't take my word for it. Like I say, you're going to know this for yourselves. It's game over for them. And that is the true meaning behind this word. Okay? They just love to taint things with their brushes, you know. So, it's compression from expansion into the lower universes, down to 2 galaxies, down to 2 star systems, down to 1 singular star system and a planetary body. That's the journey we've all taken. And where are we headed? That's where you come from. Everyone's an ET. We're all in this generic form called the human embodiment. Oh, and that's another thing I wanted to share with you. People say to me, but I don't have this connection with the Divine Mother. I don't feel her. You are so intimately connected with her. I'll run this as an example for you. In the church, they hold up... I've been Christian Greek Orthodox, by the way. But I'm into Christianity, I'm not into churchianity. There's a big difference between the two. So, they hold up the wafer and they go, this is the body of the Christ and the wine is the blood of the Christ. And they go through this thing called communion. Well, first of all, where did that wafer come from? It came from the earth. It was grown from wheat, comes from the earth. Where'd the wine come from? Comes from grapes, was grown from the earth. Everything you eat, people give thanks around the table. What do they give thanks to? A male god. Everything you consume, the air that you breathe, the water that you drink, everything comes from Mother Earth. Your body is made up of the organic matter of the earth. That's how intimately connected you are to her. You're inside that body which is of the earth, of the Divine Mother. And people don't get it. People don't understand how closely and how intimate that relationship is. Yeah. Now, we have the next phase of the journey coming up. And where we are headed is, as I said before, to become creator gods. And everybody's heard of this thing called ascension, right? And what does it really mean? Well, it happens in stages. You don't just bang ascend in one hit. So, December 2012. Everyone hears about 2012, right? Everyone's familiar with that. And there's this cycle called the precession of the equinoxes. And after I booked this hall 3 months ago, or whatever it was quite a long time ago, it didn't occur to me back then, and then recently it dawned on me because I was connecting with profound information and discovered that the apocalypse begins today. Today is the equinox, and today is the activation of the apocalypse. There's only 4 years to go till this cycle ends and this planet ascends and everybody who's left on it will ascend, and it begins today. Now there's other people that have been brought to my attention that are talking about the massive energy patterns that are happening on the world today and over the next few days. There are people being guided to do all sorts of energy work and sacred rituals and whatever you're guided to do, whether it's to stand in a park and twirl around. You know, you mightn't realise it, but you're creating a vortex and you're anchoring energies in or taking energies out just by twirling in a park with your arms out. Okay? So things, well, if you're not consciously aware of it, things are happening on all different levels all the time. Okay? And that's what we're all doing collectively, all around the world. We're all activating the apocalypse. Now, you don't have to believe me. I know it sounds a bit preachy, but all I can say is, with the vast experiences that I've had and the knowledge that I've gathered, I understand the timing of this cycle, and that's what's happening. Okay. Now, you're all aware of that symbol there. It's the symbol behind the head of Jesus. The American Indians call that symbol the medicine wheel. The Australian Aborigines call that symbol the sacred watering hole. And that's interesting. Why water? Well, hang on a minute. Baptismal waters. What's that all about, you know? There's a connection there straight away. The waters, the sacred waters, the baptismal water represents the higher consciousness. And that's what you get connected to. It's a symbol of life. That's why that symbol is here. This is the matrix of the lower universes. This is the symbol of the higher self. And this here is the divine symbol of your I am presence. That's the three levels in sacred geometrical form. Okay? The cycle is the precession of the equinoxes, not the precession of the solstices. You just keep hearing about December 21, 2012. It's a solstice. I don't know why people just don't understand that bit. And I am seeing a lot of people around the world at the moment that are starting to move towards 2013 now. They are. I've seen documentaries made about 2013 as opposed to just focusing on that one day, 2012. 2012 is important because by the end of that day, everyone... Right? I'm not undermining how important that day is. Believe me, it's important. Because we will have all gone into the fifth dimension by that day. The last person walks through on that day, on this planet, whoever stays here. Okay? Because we merge the 20, which is the icosa, with the 12, which is the dodeca. Baptismal waters, the icosahedron is the template for water, the etheric template for water, the platonic solid for water, right? Dodeca is the platonic solid, the etheric template for spirit. You're merging those two aspects. You are entering the baptismal waters of the higher consciousness of heaven on that day. The last people walk through on that day. It's going to happen in waves. I'm going through in 2011 sometime. The last talk I did, there were two ladies at the front nodding their heads. They knew straight away. Yep, we're going in and we're coming back out to do work. There's a lot of fully consciously aware people that know their journey. Okay? So, back to the precessional cycle. The precession at 2012 is really important. Now, it ends on the 21st of March, 2013. That is the day the planetary light body gets activated. That is the day, to put it in the sacred geometrical terms, the star tetrahedron of the being gets activated because that nests inside of it. And I know that's a bit full on for some people, but there are people watching this video and are here in the crowd who know exactly what I'm talking about. That's when everything gets activated, and we then enter a realm that has never existed before anywhere in creation. So what's happening on this planet is brand new. It is completely brand new. It's never happened before. This planet is going to turn into a star. And that sounds crazy, I know, but I can't not say it anymore. I've been walking around with this for a long time. I've had debates with friends like you wouldn't believe. People say, look, every other time it's happened, the planet just dies, it's a dead body, and that's what it's going to look like, and we're just going to live in a higher dimension. No, not this time. This is the end. This is the cycle to end all cycles. This is a planet that's going to give birth to a planetary race of Christed beings, of Buddhas, of Krishnas, whatever label you want to use. The internal core, this planet was much smaller. If you look at the land masses of this planet, they fit together like a jigsaw puzzle. They do. Just take out an atlas and you look how all the land masses fit together. This planet was much smaller than what it is now. It's already gone through a major expansion process. Now, the internal core is firing up again. The oceans aren't heating up because we're pumping too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. That's part of it, but it's not the main factor. You will get told a whole lot of stories because they don't want you to know the truth, and they don't want to give power to the divine feminine, to the consciousness that is this earth. That is the last, they can't handle that because all they've ever wanted to do is control that, suppress it. We're the ones in charge. Okay? This planet is going to turn into a star and nothing's going to stop that from happening. All right? And when we walk through, what's going to happen is dimensional doorways are going to open up all over the planet. And that's what that represents. That is the Vesica Piscis. It is the womb of the mother. That is the Christ coming out of the womb into this reality and doing his thing. It's him coming out of Avalon, out of Shambhala. The fifth dimensional realm on this planet is the realm of the goddess. And when those dimensional doorways open up, there'll be beings going in, beings coming out. And the beings coming out are known as the angels of Avalon. It's in a lot of scriptures. I was really happy to hear a book that I read about Shambhala, and it was the first time I've ever seen it being mentioned, that predominantly the beings in Shambhala are feminine. First time I saw it anywhere. And I thought, thank goodness, finally someone's written the truth. They know. So ponder on that. We'll have a bit of a break. There's tea and coffee, there's biscuits, there's sandwiches.